when the buses stopped at traffic lights and in stationary traffic. If you are travelling aboard one of our open top buses, please ensure your hands, arms and head remain inside the bus at all times. The next stop will be the Art Gallery. Stop here for Queen Street, Albert Park, the Civic Theatre and the Town Hall. On New Year's Eve in Auckland, everyone watches the Sky Tower at midnight when it erupts in a spectacular display of fireworks. The fountain of sparkling light looks incredible reflected in the Waiheke Harbour. New Zealand kicks off the worldwide festivities because we're just west of the international dateline and are one of the first countries to ring in the new year. Is a renovated 1920s movie palace that now hosts live performances. Did you know that it is one of only 8 atmospheric theatres in the Southern Hemisphere? Just around the corner, take a guided tour of the Auckland Town Hall, a prominent civic landmark on Queen Street, which has been the centre of the city's political and cultural life since it opened in 1911. Take a step back in time and discover the history that welcomed some of the biggest names that performed in the Great Hall. The Rolling Stones, the Beatles and Sir Elton John, to name a few. Adjacent to the Town Hall in the heart of Auckland is Aotea Square, a popular location for festivals, events, live music and performing arts. Collection of art from New Zealand and around the world. The main attraction is a stunning collection of portraits of Māori figures from the late 19th and early 20th centuries. I'm always fascinated by the traditional tā moko, or Māori facial tattoos. They cover the faces of the men, but only the chins of the women. Right behind the Auckland Art Gallery is Albert Park, which, in the mid-1800s, was a defence post during the land wars between the Māori and the European colonists. Both Albert Park and the Auckland Art Gallery are kid-friendly and admission is absolutely free. This stop is for the Auckland Art Gallery, Queen Street, the Civic Theatre and Town Hall. For your safety, passengers must remain seated whenever the bus is in motion, when the bus is stopped at traffic lights and in stationary traffic. If you are travelling aboard one of our open top buses, please ensure your hands, arms and head remain inside the bus at all times. We can now see New Zealand's largest university, the University of Auckland. When it opened in 1883, it had only 4 professors and 95 students attending class in an old courthouse and jail. Today, the university has 5 campuses across Auckland, over 40,000 students, and it consistently ranks in the top 100 universities worldwide. The University of Auckland may also have the world's cutest university crest. It shows 3 kiwi birds running over blue waves. daylight, they became gods. Tāwhiri Mātia, the god of winds and storms, never wanted his parents separated. He still sent storms to punish Tāne Mahuta, the god of people and forests. shop at one of Auckland's premier fashion, retail and entertainment precincts. This stop is Newmarket.
You guys need to change bus here? Excuse me? You guys need to change bus here. You need to go on the yellow bus.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you dropped it. Are you old? Huh?
The last one, sir?
No, there's nothing.
Any more up there?
No.
Yeah, okay. Go on the
The last
yellow
one.
bus. Thank you.
You know, all the good people are on the back of the ship. They don't want the morning early.
Please ensure your hands, arms and head remain inside the bus at all times.
All the shops in here.
Our next stop will be the Auckland War Memorial Museum. Looking for traditional New Zealand food? We have at least 5 sheep for every human, so you can't go wrong eating good New Zealand lamb. Or try hangi. Hangi is a traditional Māori method of cooking. Food is traditionally wrapped in leaves that are placed on hot stones in the bottom of a hole. The food is then covered with a wet cloth and earth, which traps the heat around the food and cooks it until it's juicy and delicious.
I wonder if there's any New Zealand made car.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
We New
I don't think so.
Zealanders call ourselves Kiwis
I think it's all imported,
after the
yeah.
small brown flightless kiwi bird.
But I'm not sure.
More flightless birds evolved here than anywhere else on Earth.
Where are you from?
Including the Tāmaki
I live in New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans.
Until humans
Yeah.
arrived, the birds of New Zealand had
So I see all kinds of cars. Just wondering if there's any.
except for other birds. So some species protected themselves by
What about
staying
Australia?
close
Do
to
they have
the ground.
any? You know?
The
Australia?
Maori hunted
Australia.
several flightless
I don't know if they
species
have
to
cars or not.
extinction,
I think they have a
including
couple.
the giant
There is a
gorilla.
couple of them.
Early settlers also a